Florida, the NAACP in Florida chapter is issuing a travel advisory. Did you see this for Black folk to not travel there, which is troublesome because, Zora Neale Hurston, there's a festival there, it's like Eatonville. I don't want to not tell people to go. Disney trying to hold down the fort. I mean, do we not go to Disney? Let's play this clip from the NAACP, Smith.
NAACP Florida chapter is telling Black people, quote, don't come to Florida. They're seeking permission from the national headquarters to issue a travel advisory to our state.
This travel advisory comes as a slew of state bills are targeting race and gender identity, and they're moving through the legislature.
NBC2 story Kinley spoke to Lee County's NAACP leaders about the message this sends to tourists, which is the lifeblood of our economy.
We are going to educate the people about Florida and what Florida is doing to Black people that no Black person should want to voluntarily come and be subjected to it.
James Muakil is the president of the Lee County chapter of the NAACP. He was at the Florida NAACP conference in Orlando this weekend. They voted unanimously to bring this travel advisory recommendation to the national organization. He says this is designed to keep more Black Americans from visiting or moving to Florida.
That's what we're saying to them. Don't come into racism. Stay away from it.
Is this effective? Should we not go? And Dwayne Wade just moved his family out of Florida, to protect his children, his child in particular, Zaya. Your thoughts, Michael, Harriet? Like, we have to do something. Lip service is not enough, but is a boycott of Florida gonna be effective? I'm here for it.
Yeah. So a boycott, I think if we adhere to it, would be effective. But I also, when I hear that, I think of the history of Black people in America, right? Like the Green Book, when you think about literally the phrase "stay woke," the first time it was ever really used and recorded was by a man named Huddie Ledbetter, who said, like, he wasn't telling people to stay out of Alabama, but if you go through there, stay woke, right? Like, and so they might not necessarily be telling people to stay away, but you should be we should know what kind of situation we are looking. I mean, it's a sundown state, what it is essentially, right? Like, in the light of the day, it might be all right, but when the sun goes down, what might happen to you. And you should be warned that you shouldn't be caught slipping when the sun goes down, because that's what they'll do to you in the dark. So I think the NAACP has a good idea, and I don't even necessarily know if it is saying don't come here, but if you got a child that you think is going to get an education, or if you got a child that is, LGBTQIA, or if you got a child that is trans, or if you think you want to be in a state where racism doesn't affect your ability to vote, this might not be the place for you. You might want to stay away.
And if you watch the documentary on Hulu, Grand Nighthawk, that Florida is ground zero for the Klan in the police force, in the prison system, in the streets, and they're doing some horrific things with their little fake greeting and their cowardly way in which they're moving. I just saw them Nazis show up this weekend as well, all in these black masks. Like, if you about that life, show your face. What you scared? You run this thing, right? Be courageous in your evil. Like, show it, serve your master.
Yeah, they're basically cowards who are like playing dress up under this idea of like, if you think it's white supremacy, like if white people are superior, then why you gotta hide your face? Like, I'd be proud of my whiteness if I thought white people were superior.